Okay, hello guys, how you going? I wanted to make this video for most people out there, just talking about this crate dragon raid. So it's relatively new, and with the big question obviously is because the challenge rancor raid is gone now. How are we going to get our Relic 8 materials? So I've done a little bit of research, I've crunched some numbers, and I want to share just the fact of the matter. So I've done up this little PowerPoint so it could probably help you guys, you kind of walk through how I think and how this is going to work. So obviously I just want to cover a few basics first. The crate raid is special in the sense that it has two reward tracks. So it's got the guild reward track. So everyone in your guild will contribute a number, and that number will grow. And depending on where everyone lands, will get you a crate. Depending on how much, I don't know, tokens or points, whatever you want to call it. Similar to Conquest, really. It's amazing how the similarities here. So, and also we have the personal reward track. So whatever points you earn, you know, gets you across this track, and you get the rewards corresponding to how much you earn. So, I've got a 9.4 million account right now, and I've got Java. I've got I started working on my Tuscans. They're not relics yet, and I've got some Old Republic mishmash, and I was able to get 2.7. And just remember that number. I'm going to cover it and how this kind of works. I will quickly state that Crate Dragon, what I'm saying is, it is unique in the sense that it has the personal reward track. The other three raids, Sith Triumvirate, the OG Rancor raid, and the ATT raid, do not have personal reward tracks. So if you read this at the bottom of the raids, it says personal rewards are not available in legacy raids, which is really important. So for these raids, we only have the guild track, which might change my mind. It might change the math a bit, but we're going to flick over to the PowerPoint I've kind of created just so you guys can follow what I'm talking about. And we're going to talk about the similarities and comparisons between what our net loss will be with the Sea Pit raid gone, and what the crate raid will compensate for that. So we're going to flick over to here. Right, so hopefully you guys can see that. Let's see if I can move my camera. So, Challenge Rancor Raid. Its initial launch cost, you can just follow what I'm reading here. The launch cost of the Rancor Raid was 120k guild tickets. So, those 600 tickets you earn for your guild every day accumulate, and you can then start a raid depending on how many you have. So, you needed 120,000 guild tickets to start the Challenge Rancor Raid. So, I've just said here, if everyone has done their 600 tickets, it would take 4 days to relaunch the raid, including the 2 days that you are spending completing the actual raid. So 600 tickets by 50 members is 30,000 tickets per day. Times that by 4 is your launch cost of 120,000. So, and I've just got down here our time limit, which is how long you have to complete obviously the 2 days, 48 hours. And I've worked out that every 8 days, if you earn that 600 tickets and everyone earns that 600 tickets every day, in 8 days you're able to earn the 14 aero magnifiers. So when you complete the challenge rancor raid, you get 7 aero magnifiers, which is the exclusive relic 8 material you need to obviously get relic 8 and relic 9. So I've just got here day 1. We're going to start the raid in the join phase. So there's a 24-hour join phase in the Challenge Rancor Raid when it used to be around, and you would earn your 30,000 tickets on day one, which is everyone earning their 600 while the join phase is on. And these tickets here are preparing for the next raid. So day 2 is when the first day the raid is active. You do obviously your raid, send in your JMK and Cat during phase 1, nuke it. Whatever your strategy was, Padme used to be a good one for phase 1, whatever. You earn your 30,000 tickets. So now you're at 60,000, day 3, or day 2 of the raid, if that kind of makes sense. So now you're in the last 24 hours of the 48-hour raid. You would then earn again your 30,000 tickets, and then your day 4 you would earn the raid would end, and depending if you completed phase 4, because you can complete the raid a bit earlier as well, so you get your rewards. I think is it an hour after you complete it? Can't quite remember. You get your rewards, you get your 7 area magnifiers and whatever guild currency and gear. Lucky if you got some Kyrat or whatever, and you would earn your 30,000 tickets that day. So that's 4 days, and you'd get your 120k tickets. So then on day 5, again, you would start the join phase and then repeat the process. So over 8 days, if you got your 600 tickets, everyone in the guild, you're able to do every 8 days 2 challenge Rancor raids and earn 14 area magnifiers. And if you don't know already, you need 20 to actually do a relic upgrade for relic 8. So 20 area magnifiers, which is what, 3. So 12 days you could have. So yeah, every 12 days you could have 1 relic 8. I was looking at what other ways we could get relic 8 in the past, and you have obviously crystals. So you could use you've got 1800 crystals here, 2.7, 3.6 to earn your area magnifiers, which I personally never did. You cannot craft area magnifiers similar to droid brains with the Jawa, and you can't scrap gear and create new gear to trade it for these area are these impulse detectors? Yeah, I've actually taken photos of impulse detectors. My apologies. So I don't. I should now. I've got to check that actually now. So let's see. I might as well do it while I'm here. Can we actually buy area magnifiers with crystals? I guess we'll find out, eh? Hopefully the game loads up here. Sorry, bear with me here. I accidentally took photos of impulse detectors. So what do we got? So Malgus, I'm trying to get to Relic 8 right now. I do have plenty of Relic 8 stocked up, but I just wanted to see, for the courtesy of others, how much it would be. Okay, so you can get Relic 8 area magnifiers, and that's the price there you can see from. I personally never bought these with crystals. You just kind of accumulated them from the Rancor raid, especially if you've been playing for quite a long time. And then here we go. This is the new currency that we'll discuss later. So, my apologies about that. We want to get this back up and running. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we can still get, sorry, just ignore that impulse detector. So we can still buy area magnifiers using crystals, and as you saw there, you could get the area magnifiers using that new currency that we get from the crate raid. So let's move on to the next slide here, where I talk about the crate dragon raid. So it's awesome finally getting a new raid. I will not complain about that. That's something we've been waiting for a long time. We thought they would never put out new raids, and you know, CG does surprise us once again, and they do put out new raids. I apologize, I have put more impulse detectors here. They should be area magnifiers, because that's the relic game material. So something different about the crate raid. It's only 90k for guild tickets. So instead of 4 days of farming the tickets, you only need to do 3. So that's a benefit. You only need to do 3 days of farming tickets, which cuts down, you know, obviously Rancor raid challenge, you have to do 4 days, but this is only 3. So every 9 days you can complete 2 of these crate raids. What did I say? Yeah, 30k if you earn your 600 every day. Yeah, that's 30k over 3 days is 90. So, something different, the reward system isn't a fixed set of rewards. So, like in the Rancor raid, you got your 7 area magnifiers, you got whatever gear, and I think it was a fixed amount of coins as well, depending on where you came, in the order of 50. So, they CG released these new sets of currency, and I'm going by them as marks. So Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. Mark 1 being the most common, I would say, and then you have your normal, and then you have your like rarity token to achieve. So um, I'm trying to compare this to the accessibility of Relegate material, because obviously now we don't have our 7 every 4 days like the Rancor raid, so we could get 7 every 4 days. Now, because we don't have that, how is that gonna change? So the currency that is required to actually buy the area magnifiers, just pretend that's an area magnifier. The currency for that is the rarest Mark 3 token. And you might be wondering, if you don't know already, how to actually get that token. Well, you can first earn these tokens from crate for 5 on the rewards track, and I've got a photo of it up here. This is crate 5 on the crate dragon raid. So this is on the guild track. So crate 5 will earn you about 5.2 Mark 1s, 2.4 Mark 2s, and 6. I'm going off thousands, so 675 Mark 3s. So, what does that actually get you? So I'm going to switch back to the game now and have a look. So look, area magnifiers. That's the Relegate material. 600 will get you 3. Just remember that. So if you manage to get as a guild crate 5, you get 675. So you're able to purchase 3 at a time, which is, okay, whatever. So that's 3 every. So you can complete 2 raids every 9 days. So that's 6 every 9 days compared to 8 days 14. So what's that? You're losing freaking 8 aero magnifiers, which to me is pretty average. So that's, yeah, 1 less day for the Rancor raid and you're losing 8. Yeah, 8 aero magnifiers, which is quite damaging, really. That's quite significant. So, and I've just going off what I've typed here, the issue is that this is actually a difficult crate to earn, to get the minimal amount of Mark 3s. So to unlock this crate, your guild needs to accumulate 130 million points, which, if I show you now, let's see if I can open up the raid here. Where is it? Crate raid. So I'm calling them like points or tickets or whatever you want to call them, but you need 130 of them of the guild track in the crate raid. So here, so you need 130 to earn your first batch of Mark 3s. Now what the issue is, you only get 5 attempts at this raid. You can re-attempt those 5 attempts, but you only get to submit 5. And if the guild wants to have a shot at getting this, just the minimal, just crate 5, to get those Mark 3s, each member needs to get at least 2.6 million of those points, which in comparison, I'll show you what I got with having Jabba and a decent amount of, here, I'll show you. A decent amount of, like, Rolled Republic and Tuscans. I got 2.7. I'm a 9.4 million account. Like, I would say that's pretty much endgame. I've got Jabba, I've got Tuscans, I've got, you know, this, that, and the other, and I get 2.7. Like, granted, I didn't have fully max modifiers on. I had for Jabba, I think, modifier 4, I believe it was. I don't know if you guys know about modifiers, but if you increase the difficulty of the event, you get more a max ticket thing. So I did have I didn't have max modifiers because I don't have my entire Hutt cartel at Relic 8, but like I had it on all of them at Relic 5. Jabba's I think Relic 8 or something like that, but I didn't have obviously the modifiers all the way. But that's like a general what an everyday person would get, like 2.7. And that's minimum just to earn the guild rewards for crate 5. And that's betting on the fact that everyone else in the guild earns their 2.6. So like I'm looking in the guild right now, and not saying they're doing a bad job, but maybe that's all they can provide, because not everyone has a Jabba, not everyone has Tuscans, not everyone has their Old Republic geared up. So some of these people aren't going to meet the 2.6 requirement to even get the minimum Mark III rewards. So at that point, I like told myself, well, what's the actual point of doing the crate raid if, like, because the Mark IIIs are exclusive to crate raid? What's the actual point of doing crate raid when we can't even achieve the minimum crate to earn Mark III? So with that in with that in mind, I was like, well, is there another raid, maybe of the legacy raids that we can maybe fall onto, that in the meantime, until everyone builds up their teams, we can return to crate raid later on. So what I researched was the Sith raid, going back to Old Faithful Traya. Is it better for at least guilds that don't have the necessary teams to meet crate 5? So, and crate 5, if you don't know, is the minimum crate to earn Mark IIIs. You cannot earn Mark III anywhere else. So I looked at the max, I looked at the max crate in Sith Raid, which is only 149 million points, tickets, whatever, to earn. Only 149 compared to the 520 a max crate on crate raiders. Which Sith Raid is easy on heroic mode. Just throw in Lord Vader, you know, solo the entire thing. SLKR, solo the entire thing. Because it's a guild reward track only, there isn't any personal track because it's a legacy thing you can't use. There is no personal track on the legacy raids. So let's just send in from, like myself, I have a Lord Vader, I have SLKR. Send them in, nuke the entire raid. Everyone gets the same reward, max crate of the Sith raid. Look at this. This photo I've got down here is the max crate for the Sith raid. So you get 4,000 Mark IIs, 8.4 Mark 1s, and you get 10 Traya shards, which is like shard shop currency. It isn't much of it anymore for players like me who already have a relic, you know, 8 Traya or whatever. So I then compared that to what I estimated our guild to maybe achieve, like crate 4 or crate 5, like barely. And I showed you up here, this is crate 5. We are already, oh, my face is in the way. We are already earning, so if we get crate 5, we got 2.4 of the Mark 2s, compared to the Traya raid, we get 4,000. So that's like almost double the amount with minimal effort. You know, you send one person in to nuke the entire thing. Then we have, compare it to Mark 1s. So we got 4.2 thousand. Compare it to Traya, we have 8.4 thousand. Double again, pretty much. So then, like, guys, what I'm trying to say is, if you cannot earn crate 5 in the crate raid, I wouldn't even bother doing crate raid. It's just not worth the time and the people struggling to carry half the guild if they cannot meet that 2.6 requirement so you can get crate 5. If we just do Sith Raid, send in one person to solo the entire... There's no faction permissions. Like, you can send whatever you're into the raid. If you get this reward, you're going to get more than double what the crate raid's going to offer. What the issue is, though, is if you're going to do the Sith raid and not... Like, it makes sense. If you're not going to earn crate 5, do the Sith raid. Just as simple as that. In saying that, you're not going to be able to earn your Mark III currency, which is an issue because your Relic 8 material area magnifiers are only earned with the Mark III currency. Meaning, if you want Relic 8, you need to get crate 5 or above. Meaning, if you want that, you need each member in your guild to be at least earning 2.6 million points. Meaning, you need a Jabba, you need Tuscans, you need Old Republic, or you at least need a few players to carry other people's weight. Because if you're not going to have all your members at least getting 2.6 million, you're not going to reach the minimum crate to get Mark III. Guys, like, I don't really have much more to say on this. If I'm with the guild I'm in right now, we're pretty much deciding the one I'm leading at the moment. 360. I'm in 2 guilds at the moment, so like the guild I'm in at the moment that I'm leading, we're going in the direction of Sith Raid because I've already calculated I've spoken with my officers about it. There is no way we will be able to earn crate 5 Mark III tokens. Not a chance. I think we have at least I think 10 of us have a Jabba, so 10 of us can at least earn that 2.6, but no one else is in the vicinity of that. Like, I'm talking everyone can do about 300,000 at least, and that's just nowhere near. And our bigger members aren't able to carry that amount. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. It's gonna be quite a long video. I do apologize, but I do want to get this information out there. I'll just go over it one more time, just to refresh it. So if your guild is not going to get crate 5 in the crate raid, do the Sith raid. Max it out. You get more rewards. You're not going to get your Mark III currency, meaning you're not going to get your area magnifiers. And the only way you're going to be able to get that is with crystals or spending cold hard cash, which is not ideal. But we're talking about CG here, so it's in their favor. It's their ball game. We've got to play it, and it's just the way it is, unfortunately. So unless you push your guild to just drop everything and farm a Jabba, you can do the crate raid by all means. But for guilds like mine, 360 million, we're not going to be able to do this crate raid and earn that Mark III. So we're going to Sith raid and doing that. So thanks, guys, for dropping by. Hopefully that makes sense. And if you've got any questions about it, drop a comment. I'm happy to do another video refreshing a few points. And feel free to pause the video and read from what I've written so you kind of understand what I'm talking about. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you later.